Hey guys, what's going on? It's Kamikaze here, and I'm back with another episode of What Does the Bible Say Wednesday. And today I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to, instead of talking about a particular topic or talking about a particular verse, this time I kind of want to talk about a particular book. It's a book I just got through reading. I've been reading from the beginning of the Bible, from Genesis, and I'm up to this book, and I just got through reading it. And it's the book of Job. And it is about a man named Job. And it's spelled Job, but it's Job. So don't call him Job, because he's not Job, he's Job. And his story is a very interesting story to read. It's a very encouraging story to read. And I just kind of want to talk a little bit about that story and what happens in this story. And I'm going to kind of give a little, first of all, I'm going to kind of set the story up of what's going on. And I'm going to give you a little background about this man. This man was a very righteous man in front of all the people. He was very rich. He had a lot of possessions, a lot of livestock. He had a wonderful family, a big family, and he was, like I said, a very righteous man, a very God-fearing man. And to give an idea of how God-fearing he was, when his children would have parties, and he would actually go make sacrifices on their behalf for God, in front of God, because he wasn't sure what they had done at that party. He wanted to make sure that, maybe they accidentally blasphemed God, and he wanted to make sure that his children was not punished for that. So he would make sacrifices on their behalf for them. That's how much he feared God and loved his children, loved his family. And Job gets in a very difficult situation here that not many people get into. And this is how it happens. God's actually having a meeting with his angels, and one of the angels that shows up is Satan. God sees Satan, he asks him, well, what have you been up to? It's like, he's been walking around the earth, causing, trouble amongst the people, doing this normal thing. And God asks him, well, have you ever considered my servant Job? And it's like, well, and Satan tells him, you've got this little hedge around him, you've been protecting him, and so there's nothing I can really do about that. And God's like, well, how about this? How about I take away that protection from him and let you do what you want? You could, and Satan take, well, I'll take away everything that he has. And God says, that's fine, but don't kill him. And Satan goes out, and all this happens at once. Job's actually, you believe he's working out in the field, and one of his servants comes up and tells him that all of his livestock had all of a sudden died. They all, apparently they all caught a disease and they all died. And he was the only survivor and come up to tell Job. And then another one came up and told him that, I believe it was a band of robbers came up and killed all of his servants. And he was the only survivor left of that raid. And then another servant came up telling him after that his children were all in the house and the house collapsed on them and they all died. And this is happening one after another. He's hearing all of this. After one guy gets through one with his story, another guy comes up to him, hey, this happened. And so he is very upset, very distraught. But in the end, after all this, he tells them, well, he came in the world naked, and he's going to leave with nothing, and he's going to leave the world with nothing. And he did not curse God at all. Well, Satan comes back and talks to God again, and he's like, well, how about this? How about I take away his health now? God's like, well, that's fine, but you can't kill him. And so Satan goes back, and he takes his health away. He gives him all this boils on his skin, and it hurts and it itches, and he's in so much pain. And if I can see how much pain he's in, And she tells him, why don't you just curse God and die? But he tells her no, that he will not do that to his Lord. And even his friends come up to him and instead of comforting him in his position, they start talking to him, asking him questions. What did you do to deserve this? What wrong did you do against God? And Job keeps telling them, I did nothing wrong. I have done nothing wrong to, against God. And his friends, him and Job keep going back and forth. His friends keep saying, no, you've done something wrong. What did you do? God knows everything. And Job's like, I've done nothing wrong. I've been righteous before him. And in the end, God shows up and tests Job. And Job passes the test. And because of that, he gets everything back. His family, and it's tenfold. He gets so much more back because he believed in God, that God will do what was right. And that's the end of the video. Y'all should go read the book yourself. The beginning's very good. The middle, it gets kind of wondering what's going on, but in the end, it's such a wonderful book. But hopefully I enjoyed the video, and just want to thank you so much for your attention. Appreciate it.